It's Meri at the Meri Atelier. Welcome to Fib Diggity. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Friday evening, July 24th, and I thought I would do a prompt game, a patriotic prompt game, and I'm going to make it fit my little journal that I'm creating in here. So let me get my journal out. This is my celebration box for, I'll be working on this throughout the rest of the year. And my little journal is down here. My little journal. So we're going to do this on pages, and I'm thinking that I will use these dictionary pages that I painted this morning. So let's get that out. Let me put this box away. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me, whoops, up my light setting on that. Okie dokie. Yeah, Friday night. Let me get over here to my stream, which is right here, and it'll got two of you watching. Welcome in. And it always takes me a minute to get the chat to come up. See, it comes up blank. Oh, there it is. It's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Welcome in. Now there's 5 of you out there. If you want to play along, feel free. When I do prompt games, it usually takes me a couple of hours to get it all done. What I think I'm going to do is create on these pages that are probably about, let's pull one out here, probably about this size. So we'll see how that ends up. We'll see how that ends up. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's go to all messages. Sherry Van and Elise. Good morning, good evening, ladies. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Elise. It's good to see you in here. And looks like there's some people I am spinning up here. There, I quit. Looks like there's some more of you out in the balcony, up in the balcony. That's okay. That's okay. I go in the balcony quite a bit too. I was going to watch Jacqueline's sale this afternoon, but she said life got to her, and I'm going, boy, do I understand, because I got into her channel late. I'm late. She'd probably think I'm not coming. And then when I finally got there, she said, I'll see you next week, everybody. I'm going, yay, I'm not late after all. So we are going to do a prompt game. And what I have here is I got this little stationery set at the thrift store when we went yesterday. And I'm going to use it to make notes and everything for my channel. This is just a little notepad. But I'm going to use the address book to write things in, maybe things I want to remember, prompts for my prompt game. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use this Tombow marker. I don't know if it'll soak through these pages or not, but we're going to find out. So let's start here. July, is this my Tombow? Yeah. July 24th, 2026. See, the Tombow markers, you can see it a little, but not too much. And this paper is pretty thin. And I'm going to put 250 America's birthday. Whoops, am I going to have enough? America's birth. I'm going to put 1776 to 2026. So I'm going to do 12 prompts here. However, I may mix and match. We'll see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is a dirty dozen. Becky started dirty dozens where you do 12 prompts. And then I'm going to give myself 2 wild cards. Wild card and wild card. Now, since I already know that I'm going to use this as background paper, I'm going to put, for my first prompt, I'm going to put red and white stripes for my first prompt. And I'm going to ask you, hi, Ray D. Welcome in. Welcome in, Ray. It's good to see you. I'm going to ask you all for some prompts. So, can you all give me some prompts for my Dirty Dozen 2050 patriotic prompt game? Hi, Joyce. Welcome in. Joyce, your ATC is on its way. I got all my ATCs mailed today. I actually got a lot done today, and then I took a nap this afternoon, and I woke up late. Stars. Joyce says stars. Stars. Spot black. Spot black. We can do that. You're very welcome. You are very, very welcome. I'm going to put down splatter white. I may not do these in the same order as I'm writing them down. Stripes. I got stripes, but I can add more because I'm going to use this paper that I painted this morning. Hi, Vale. Vale, I am collecting prompts for my 250 America's Birthday Patriotic Prompt Game. Splatter Gold. I like that one, Splatter Gold. Betsy Ross. I like that. And I'm going to put my eagle stamp on mine. You guys might always want to put eagle, or if you're playing around along or you're copying down the prompts. Let's see, Betsy Ross. I'm going to put my eagle stamp or an eagle or some sort of an image. Hi, Margaret. Welcome in, Margaret. It's good to see you. Fireworks. Fireworks. I need 3 more. We've got red and white stripes, which is going to be my background, and stars, spot black, splatter white, stripes, splatter gold, Betsy Ross, eagle, fireworks. Ray D says hi to everybody coming in. I need 3 more prompts. I need 3 more prompts. We got stars. We've got fireworks. I got my eagle. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see you. I hope that you are all off to a good weekend. Popsicles? Popsicles. I think I could do those in red, white, and blue. Popsicles. Bless America. One more. Letters. Now, what kind of letters? Do you mean like letters, ABC letters? Letters and numbers. A wiggly line. I'm going to write this down here. A wiggly line. In case you guys want to use it. If somebody wants to use it. Okay. Yes, ABCs. Okay. So here are the prompts that I have. Red and white stripes, that will be this. This will be my background for now. And it's going to be the size of this because I want to fit these pages into my journal. And we'll see them. I might do it. I think I can get two here. Well, let's see how I can tear these out. I'll tear them out first. I got red and white stripes, stars, spot black, splatter white, stripes. I might take this second stripes and put the wiggly line in here because I got red and white stripes up there. I'm going to put wiggly line. Wiggly, L-E-Y, wiggly line, wiggly line, splatter gold, Betsy Ross, Eagle, fireworks, popsicles, bless America, letters and numbers, and then I have two wild cards, which might be border or a wash, something like that. Lost my chat here. Am I down at the bottom? No. Hi. Hi, Vanessa. Welcome in. How about see the shining sea along the stripes? I like that idea. Let's see. How am I going to do that? Right here. Sea to shining. I'm running out of shining sea. I could have written these on 2 pages. I got an ad. That could be letters. It could be. It could be my letters. So I'm going to get started because I know this takes me a bit, and I'll keep this handy. I'll keep it handy. I got to get my phone up on its stand and out of the way. I'm going to take my pages out, and I don't think I can get them together in one. No. Yeah. There we go. It's torn, but that's what this is. This is an old dictionary. I've got some washi tape that I want to put in there. Okay. So this is what I have. So I do not have to, see, I could do it like this and still have, we could do it on this side too. No, I think I like it better here. It looks like I have a, looks like I put a piece of washi tape on this one because it's all blue. I'll do it like this. But I just want to make it this size. So let's fold this in half. And I think if I fold it in half this way, I can get 2 pages. And I can do the same here. And we'll just work with it this way. Because I want them to fit this little journal. Now, I don't have anything on the back of this, so I could do some of the prompts on the back, because these are going to be, they're going to be in here like this. So I could, you know, I could have, in fact, let's do that. Let me tear these first. Let me get them set up. Do, 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 do. Welcome in, everybody. I hope that you're having off to a really good weekend. It's supposed to be hot here. It's supposed to be hot here this weekend. I need to get out and mow. The grass isn't too long to mow yet, but if I don't get out and mow, it'll grow. Now, see, I can put it like this and like this. And I can work on the back. And let's do the same. Put this out of my way. Let's do the same here. So, we can work on this and this at the same time, and I can flip over. I need to put some wax paper down on my desk. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Patty. I'm doing a 250 prompt game. The folks that were in here earlier gave me some good prompts. Red and white stripes, which is on the back of this. And somebody suggested writing, one of you suggested writing sea to shining sea in here. So we'll do that. That'll take care of the sea to the letters, or the red and white stripes. It'll take care of both of them. Spot black. We got red and white stripes, stars, spot black, splatter white, wiggly lines, splatter gold, Betsy Ross, my eagle. And if you guys are playing around or playing along or copying down the prompts for eagle, since you don't have an eagle stamp, if you have a picture of an eagle, or I'm going to put an image here. So you can use any image that applies. Fireworks, popsicles, bless America, letters and numbers, and then I got 2 wild cards. Now I think I'm going to use one of the wild cards and do some background on here. So let me get some wax paper out. Yes, I haven't done a prompt game in such a long time. It's kind of fun to do some art journaling. And when I put wax paper down on my desk, let's get these pens out of the way, I spray my desk with water, and that will help hold the wax paper down for a little while. So I have a non-sliding surface to work on. Although this is glass, I could clean this pretty well, but all right, what did I do with them? So I am going to use one of my wild cards, and we're going to give this a background. And I think I'll do gold background. And so let's see what I have here. I have some blue metallic that needs to be used. Let's use the blue metallic. Let me get a brush out. I'm gonna get a towel out first. And let's see what I have here. And I haven't opened this in a long time. I don't know what it's going to be like. It's taken. On these plastic lids, I can get my scissors under here. I don't want to use those. Let's see, do I have another smaller? I may resort to it because la da 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 da. Here, let's use these. They're not my Tim Holtz ones. But since this is a plastic lid, usually this works. I don't know if it'll work on this jar. If I just get in here and kind of lift up on the lid, it breaks the seal. But this one's not easy to get into. Yeah. I'm banging it on my desk. There, that worked. You just want to break that seal. And I didn't bang it on my glass top. I banged it on the wood part of the desk. Yeah. I might have to kind of it's kind of oily. I'll throw that away. My finger's clean. Let's just spread this around a little. Let's do this. Ooh, I like that. Cool. I don't think I need any more. This is a metallic, so let's see if I can spread some of this out to the edges. This is pretty thin paper. Now I could see the stars going on here, and I do have some stars that Linda sent me. I might have to get my heat gun out. So what are y'all doing this weekend? I have to tell you, I'm going to be at home because I have to take my car to the shop. And they can't, I'll have to have it towed in, and luckily I have roadside assistance on my insurance, and I called and they will pay the towing bill for me. I don't know exactly what's wrong with it. My brother looked at it and he says it's not the battery. It won't start and it's stuck in reverse. And we think it may be some sort of a switch in there, but we don't know because my brother can't get in there and look. He's got a bad back. So I made an appointment. We can't get it towed until Tuesday. And put that back in the water. And he can't work on it till Wednesday. So we don't know what's going to happen. Let's hit this with the heat gun. Are you doing the prompt game? What are the prompts so far? I asked everyone that was in here earlier for prompts, and this is what we came up with. I'm just going to read them down. It's a pick 12. It's a dirty dozen. So we got red and white stripes, which is on the back here. And one of them suggested that I write from sea to shining sea. Now this is wet, so I can't really turn it over. So I'm going to do some documenting between the stripes on the back. That's the first prompt. The second prompt is stars. The third prompt is spot black. The fourth is splatter white. The fifth is wiggly line. The sixth is splatter gold. Seventh is Betsy Ross. And you could use an image or do something to replicate Betsy Ross in however you want, or you could use a wild card. The eighth is eagle, and then I put, if you don't have an eagle, you could put some sort of a 4th of July or 250th birthday image. Fireworks, popsicles, bless America, letters and numbers, and then I've got 2 wild cards. Now for one of my wild cards, I turned my dictionary paper that I'm using as a background. I painted the stripes on here this morning. Now it's wet, so it's going to show wet. But I turned it over and I'm painted the back of it. Now if this, yeah, I think it'll be okay. It's wet. But now those are the prompts. I needed her to see chat. Mary, can you start over and I will put them in the chat? Okay. Thank you, Vanessa, for doing that. We'll start over. This is the 250 America birthday dirty dozen. And I'll just go slow. The first prompt is red and white stripes. And I'll wait until you say you have that in there, or I'll watch to see it in. Because I'm watching chat, Vanessa. I'm watching chat. So once you get it into chat, I'll read the second one. Just tell me when you're ready to go on. Or until I see it. Here, let me plug my red and white stripes. Okay, the second one is stars. Thank you for doing that, Vanessa. That's kind of you to do that. Hi, Allie K. Welcome in. I can't see my plug-in here. The third one is splatter white. No. The third one, Vanessa, is spot black. Spot black. Yeah. And then the fourth one is splatter white. The fifth one is wiggly line. The fifth one is wiggly line. The sixth one is splatter, as S-P-L-A-T-T-E-R, splatter gold. The seventh one is Betsy Ross. The eighth one is eagle, and you could use some sort of a 4th of July image. I would put down 4th of July image, and then you can put in parentheses. I'm going to use eagle. You could put eagle in parentheses. Thank you, Vanessa, for doing that. I appreciate it. The ninth one is fireworks. The 10th one is popsicles. And I'll probably make mine red, white, and blue. That's the 10th one, popsicles. The 11th one is Bless America. The 12th one is letters and numbers. And then I have 2 wild cards. I got wild card and wild card. And that's it. Thank you, thank you. 2 wild cards. 13 and 14 are really wild cards. I don't number those, but that's okay. You can number them. So there they are. Now, I think I will take, I can't copy this. Yeah, thank you, Vanessa. I'll do it after chat. I will copy this off and put it on my community tab, or if one of you can post on the community tab. If Vanessa, if you would like to do that, or if you can't do it, ask Allie K to post the prompts on my community tab. Take a screenshot. I can't get them all in on a screenshot. You got me? Okay. Thank you, Allie K. Vanessa. That's really good. Alrighty. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. You are so very helpful. I did not expect you to do that. All right. So I think these are dry enough now to work on. And well, I might have to dry them on the back here. This blue kind of darkened it, but not too much. It might still just be damp. This one got a little dark, and this one. So let's give these a dry. See if I can see if they're just still a little damp. I think that's the issue. I think it's a little wet on the back yet here. There we go. Yay! So that was putting the blue on the back of these was a wild card. Now, the first one is red and white stripes, and I already have those. And I'm just going to use what I have. Now, one of you suggested, I don't know who it was to write from sea to shining sea. So I have my Tombow marker here someplace. And I'm going to write on here letters and numbers. So I'm going to write, I think I'll write it and write it from sea to shining sea. And I'm going to put Bless America here. And because of my faith, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to put God up here because that's my faith. I'm not asking anybody else to believe what I believe, but if you want to, that's okay too. And then I'm going to leave these blank for now. And for the letters and numbers here, I'm going to put 250. Let's see. These will be folded, so if I use these, when I write on here, they're going to have to go in the center I might have to do some signatures because they'll be folded like this, and we want all that to read. But on here, let's just fold one like this. I can do 1776 to 20, 26, whoops, and then I can put 250 here. And what else can I put? I could put the 4 freedoms. There's freedom of speech, freedom from want, freedom of a religion. What is the next one? Freedom from fear? Is that it? Freedom from fear, freedom of speech, freedom from fear, freedom of speech, freedom of, freedom of religion. What's the other one? Freedom from what? Speech, fear, religion, want. And then I always use the 5th one, which is freedom to be you. So I am going to do another center one here. And I'm going to put the word freedoms. And I don't know if they're in any special order. And then the 5th one is United We Stand. Oh, yeah. Vale suggested From Sea to Shining Sea. Thank you, Vale. I appreciate that. That was Vale. United We Stand, Joyce says. Let's put that here. We're going to write it in here. United We Stand. So this is actually, I'm kind of doing these out of order because I went to the first prompt up here and did the From Sea to Shining Sea, but now we're doing the letters and numbers. So I'm going to check off 12, and I'm going to check off the wild card because I did blue metallic on that. This is just what I did, blue metallic on back. Okay. Let's see. Freedom of, do I have those right? The 4 freedoms: freedom from want, freedom of from fear, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion. Thank you, Vanessa. Oh, thank you so much for doing that. I sure appreciate it. What did Joyce say? United We Stand. Yes. I got that, Joyce. Thank you. Well, I know freedom of religion. Freedom of religion. That means you can make your choice of where you want to worship in that. Freedom of speech within reason of speech. Freedom from want. And I'm not sure the freedom from fear, but I'm going to put it there. Freedom from fear. And then here, my 5th one that I like, that I always say it's my 5th freedom, freedom to be you. Freedom to be you. So there we go. Now, this page is still blank. We've got, I'm going to put 250 celebration. here. And I'm going to put America. And over here, I'm going to put USA. And I don't need to put anything in these stripes because they're kind of narrow. United we stand. Now, I don't have anything on this. Let's see. I need my other phone. Hi, Chaz. Welcome in. It's good to see you. We're doing a Patriotic Pick 12. Vanessa wrote the prompts down up above, and she also posted them on the community tab. Thank you so much for doing that. Let me get signed on to my other phone here. Let's see. I want to go to my I want to do the preamble of the Constitution. Let's see. The preamble, we the people of the United States, and of course it's all Constitution of the United States. The Senate, come on, I want the preamble. Written in 1787. Come on, can't you just give it? Here it is. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, it doesn't say the best perfect union ever, they're just striving for something that's more perfect than what they have. Establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I don't know if I can get that all on here. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect, it isn't saying that's perfect, they want a more perfect one. Union, comma, establish justice, S-T-A-B, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. I can put that over here. Ensure domestic. And we aren't going to read this. This is just written in the background. So it, you know, it isn't anything that if you want to read it, you can go to the web or have your own copy. Domestic tranquility, provide for provide, whoops, for the common defense. Let me move this. For the common defense promote the general welfare and secure the blessings of liberty. And boy, are we benefiting from that. We certainly have blessings of liberty. And secure the blessings of liberty. To ourselves and our posterity. To ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish it's kind of scribble writing. This Constitution of the Constitution for the United States of America. I kind of like that. All right, let me get out of this, get this off of my desk so I don't mess it up any. See, this will go into different places in my journal. I feel like I need something in here. God bless America from sea to shining sea. Freedom of speech, freedom to worship, freedom to want, freedom from fear, and freedom to have dignity. Freedom of the press. Well, there's more freedoms than I've got. Freedom of religion, that would be freedom to worship. Freedom of speech, I've got that one. Freedom to want, so I've got freedom from want. And I've got freedom from fear. And my fifth one, I made my fifth one as freedom to be you. Freedom of the press would kind of be freedom of speech, I think. Freedom from politicians. Oh, Chaz, that's true. That's true. See, it'll fit in my journal like this. I'm going to put the other prompts on the back. So I think we've covered the letters and numbers and the red and white stripes. We've done a wild card. We've got stars, spot black, splatter white, wiggly line, splatter gold, Betsy Ross. Let's do Betsy Ross and the eagle. Now, I don't have to put them on every page. Let's do the eagle first. And let's see, let's put this one here. and this one here. And I think it kind of goes like that, maybe not. Doesn't matter, because they're going to get mixed up in there anyway. I'm going to stamp my eagle on maybe 4 times. And Betsy Ross, I think I'm going to draw little images and put on there. Where's my eagle stamp? Here's the ink. What did I do with this stamp? Here it is. And it'll be in this book 4 times. Maybe I'll only put it on 2 pages. Let's put it here. Because I've got other prompts to do too. Maybe I'll only put it in here 2 times because I want to do the Betsy Ross. We'll see. Joy says, hi, Chaz. Chaz says, can I add to that? Freedom of politicians. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I should have put it on the should have put it on that side, but that's okay. We'll put it on this side here. Fingers crossed. Isn't that a pretty shade of blue? This is some metallic paint I've had around. This is Deco Art metallic paint. I've had it for a couple years. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby one time when I was shopping. Isn't that pretty? Pretty shiny blue. I've had it for a while. I think they had their paint on sale one time at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure it included that one or not. Can't remember. Okay, that works. We're only going to do it twice. Now let's that's prompt. That's my prompt 8. Let's do the Betsy Ross one. Now Betsy Ross, I'm going to set these aside for a minute. And let me stand up and see what I have. I think I have some, I do. Let me grab it here without a craft-a-lanch. Let me put these down for a minute. I have some of red paper from, and of course everything has to fall. That's just a given. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is take some of this red, find a nice red in here. Let's see what I have. This is Jacqueline's dyed papers, and it looks like it's all whipped, so it doesn't matter what I choose. I'll choose this one, and what we're going to do is do a Betsy Ross. You know, we could make a skirt out of some sort of a napkin here. Let's see what I have. Let me get my box out. I have this one, but I'm not sure that'll make a good, well, it might, but I have to make it fit here. So let's do a little trimming here. Let's use this one. Actually, yeah, okay. I'm thinking what I want to use here. I'm going to draw 2 Betsy Rosses on this paper. It'll probably just be sketchy sketch. And I might use this in the prompt game someplace too. But now, let's fold this in half. Just so I know. Okay, I'm going to draw it with pencil first. Find a pencil that has lead in it. So I see Betsy Ross sitting down and with a flag in her lap. And let's see. I'm going to put a flag here. And you guys aren't going to see this until I ink it up. And she's going to be sewing. So I'm going to put a hand here. And she's going to have an arm coming this way. She's sewing on the flag, and maybe she's holding it here, and her hand is coming that way. She's got a shoulder there and a shoulder there, and we'll give her head in here. She's looking down, so her head needs to come down a little like that, and she's gonna have a colonial cap on, sort of. Okay, I'll ink that so you guys can see it. So I got Betsy Ross here. She's sitting in her chair. She's got an American flag draped over her. Something like that. And she's seated at a chair. She's stitching on the flag. So this is her hand, and this is her other hand. And we'll just put a little needle there. That needle should go the other way, but I'm sorry, Betsy. And this is just kind of a sketch, what I'm sketching from what I remember from photos. And she's looking down, so I'm just going to kind of make her head like that. And then she's got one of those colonial, and let's give her a little mouth. And let's give her a colonial cap. Something like that. She said, that's me, Mary? Uh-huh. And this is one of those colonial caps. It's not her hair. So let's give her a collar. And we'll make her eyes like that. And let's put a star here. And just one star. Actually, they probably only had 13, but I don't want to put 13 stars. And we'll make it come down this way. And I'll never get all the stripes on here, but we'll get some stripes. Like that. What kind of a dress would she have on? She'd probably have something floral. Let's just put some little flowers on her dress. And let's put a ruffle down here. And some flowers over here. She needs some eyebrows. There. There's a quick sketch of Betsy Ross. Now, I think, oh, I need to put some more flowers in here. And this is what's fun about art journaling. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to be anything perfect when you're doing this. I think I'll get my markers out here. These are the ones that Microdot sent me. Thank you. And I think I'll test it over in here because I'm going to cut this out. This looks not like the blue I want. Maybe this blue. And we need a red. Red. And the white, maybe. I got a white pen, but I also have a white there. And that's pink. I don't want to do her face. I was looking for, I don't know about the yellow. Maybe we could make her dress yellow or make the flowers yellow. Or we could make her dress pink. Let's do the blue first. Do I need to zoom in? Maybe I'll zoom in a little so you guys can see better. Let me get this ruler out of the way. Yeah, my wax paper is drying up here. Let me zoom in just a little. Zoop. That a little better? Is that the same blue? It's the only blue I have out. It has to be. And we need red and white stripes. So I think I'll make this one red. And this one red. And this one red. And this one red. That worked out pretty good. Now I don't want to make her dress pink because she's got a white cap. Maybe I'll make her dress green. That's green. It's kind of a, looks like a sagey green to me. Or I'll make the top of it green. I might make the bottom of it a different color. Let's go back in with that black pen here and define it a little more. And I think I'll make the bottom of the dress. Well, we got this for the, this is actually pink. I don't think it's gold. It's hard for me to tell. Maybe it is gold. I guess it is. Well, it's hard for me to tell. I feel like I have two pinks. That might be pink. And is this gold? Yeah, I think this is gold. It's a little bit drier. Let's try the other side. I can do my star. And we'll come back in and define that star a little better. So I think I'll make... Do I have the right... Don't know what I have here. I think this one goes on here. And this is the yellow. I think I'll make her dress yellow or gold. And I'll come back in and put little flowers on it. Her skirt. It's hard to see. The yellows and the golds are hard for me to see. Make sure I have that on there. Maybe I'll do red flowers. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is not meant to be a... It's just meant for fun. And let's give her a red cap with a... Yeah. And I'm not going to color in her face. And I don't have a brown, so I'll use the black. Let's do some ruffle down here. These are her shoes. This is her hand. I'm not going to do pink on the hands and face, just simply because I feel like I would ruin it if I did. And the flag comes up here. And let's see if I can define that star a little better. There. There's my Betsy Ross. Now I kind of want to keep the... So what I'm going to do... I might just do one Betsy Ross because that takes me some time. Did I put my... Did I put my... No, I want this left out. Is that it? No. Want my Tombow marker out. I was going to do two, but I think I'll only do one because it takes me a little time. And what we're going to do I'm going to leave the wicking down here. And don't worry, I'll use all this. I don't throw away. If I don't use it in a cluster, I'll use it on something. And we're going to kind of fussy cut. I might leave a little white around her because it's going to go on that blue metallic. And we want kind of a border. Now, I can see this collaged on a flag napkin, or a flag in the background, kind of. Looks weird upside down. But we'll make it. Can't see where I'm going. And I'm intentionally leaving a white border around her. Well, let's do. I think I'll leave that bottom part. I don't know if I want the wicking on there, so let's see what goes. We're going to save this out. Let's see. I have that. What did I do with it? Hold on, let me throw this away. I have that napkin. I have blue. That's almost too much. I put it like that and put. I don't know if I like that. What else I have in here? I've collaged all this stuff down. I don't want to do that. Let me see. I don't think this is the right one to use. I just need a little flag. Let me get my celebration box out. Oh, reach. Reach, Meri, reach. See what I have in there. I have the stars, Linda's stars. Put those around them. I like that. And I have a bit of American flag here. Let's see what we're going here. I kind of like that. And kind of fussy cut around there. And I could move that off a bit. Put her right in there. paper. Hold on. Let's take this. Don't want to lose you, Betsy. That out of the way. And what I want to do, see how I take my napkin and I put it on a sheet of paper so that when I want to fussy cut out an image, my hand is shaking. Come on, stop shaking. When I want to fussy cut out an image, that paper makes it easier to fussy cut because I have a strong base. Kind of discovered that one on my own. There we go. I think I want the entire flag to see this will be folded in half. Whoops, we need to make it. This will be the inside. This will have to be, if I want all the freedoms to show, this will have to be the center of a signature. So I would want to put, make sure I have it the right way. I'd want to put her over here. And only a little of the flag will get cut off. But I want all of the... No, I think it'll all fit on if I put it this way. And I'll put her there. And that'll be my Bitsy Ross prompt. So let's do that with my glue stick. And I don't know if it's safe to put the glue stick on here. Let's do it this way. I think it's safe to do that. There, I know I can see the lines. You may not be able to see them, but I'm going to put my glue in here. And then I'll put my flag right in here. That worked. Now on Betsy Ross, wherever she went off to, I can put the glue directly on the back. kind of like that. And then I'm going to take a couple of stars. And let's put a silver one up in here, or silvery gold. Let's put it right here. There. Now, I can put my pencil back to where I'll find it. Put the lid back on my glue stick. And I'm going to write Betsy Ross. There we go. So we've got this side to do. So we've done 7 and 8. We've got fireworks, popsicles, Bless America. I got Bless America. Got a wild card. We got Spot Black. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for Spot Black. Stars. We got stars, but I'm going to do more. Splatter white, splatter gold, and wiggly line. Wiggly lines. So, wiggly lines, I think of something like wiggly lines. Water. We could put a ship in there. That's a ship. I forget how they look. They had the big sails. They had some windows. I guess I better look at a I better look at an image before I assume. Wiggly lines, I might do something else. Let's see, what else do I want to do here? I have, I don't know if I have it in this package or the other. Fireworks. Now I'll have to do a white base for it to show up. We have fireworks on here. So what I'm going to do is cut out some of these fireworks. Let's get the America down. Well, let's. Yeah, hold on. I'll be out and look at chat in a minute. I've been working on my prompts. I've been working on my Betsy Ross. Come on, Mary, don't do this to me. My shaky hands get in the way of my, oh, let's do it this way. My shaky hands get in the way of my art. Sometimes here it bothers me. I'm going for the fireworks. I think I can manage this maybe. I can get in there. There's one. I'm zoomed in, so just give me a minute. So I got two fireworks that I want to put here. But in order for them to show up, I need to paint white. And I'm just going to kind of... I need to paint white. And I'm wondering if I can put white on the back of this. I would like to try it, but I don't want to mess up my fireworks. So I'm just going to smear some white on here. Let's do this one. All right. So let's get my fireworks set aside. Get some white paint and just kind of smear it. Maybe I'll smear it with a towel here. Just kind of make a white smush. I need white. Is this white? That's gold. We can use that. This extreme glitter, that might work on something. I'm looking for my white. Maybe I put it up above. Where did I put my white? That's gloss white. I don't want gloss. Hold on, I'm looking for my white. I don't know where I put it. There we go. Unplug it here if I can. Put a dab here. Maybe I should put some on That's not going to work. It's not coming out. Well, no wonder. Who knows what's in here? Is there anything in there? I think this is all dried up. Oh. It's pretty thick down at the bottom. All I want is a dab. And maybe a dab in here. Let's take my towel. Yeah, I'll have to use up the rest of that real soon. Maybe use it up in my dictionary. I'm going to take this one and put it right down there. And I don't know what happened. There it is. Now, after this dries a little, I'll come back in and glue down the edges. And you know what I'm almost tempted to do is take some of this extreme glitter. I haven't opened it in a while. Goodness knows what I have. This should be a little bit better though. No guarantees. It feels juicy. Let's wipe off my end of my brush here. Throw that away. And get a different paper towel. Hi, Lala. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you feeling, lady? Now this looks opaque, but it will dry clear. Well, it's going on clear, so, but it looks opaque over here. Let's do some more. I'm going to cover the whole page with it. And it'll make the page sparkle. It's glitter paint. But it doesn't, it sparkles, but it doesn't flake off. So let me put this in the water. Throw that away, keep my towel out. I'm gonna put some of these scrappies back, get them off of my desk. Let me keep my stars out. I might put stars on there. Put this away. This white needs to be used up. Maybe I'll use it on my milk can, my milk bottle, that I'm painting milk bottles. I'll find a place for it. There we go. I got other white. Let's put these scrappies off my desk and put them in my scrap bag. My 4th of July scraps. There we go. Now, is this dry? No, let me hit it with the heat gun. If I can find my heat gun. And that glitter paint dries just like acrylic paint. I don't know if you can see it glitter, but I can see the glitter on it. It's pretty dry. Okay. Before I put the stars on this page, I'm going to come out and look at chat. Welcome in, everybody. We are doing a prompt game. Vanessa was so sweet to copy down all the prompts. She put them up above in this chat, and she also put them on my community tab for me. So thank you very much, Vanessa. Let's see. Linda says, I hope all those meds kick in and you get well. She's talking to Lala. Lala says, I'm sorry to hear you are unwell. Who's she talking to? Who's unwell? I know Lala is. Hi, Christina. Welcome in. Welcome in, Christina. Lala says, blanket hellos. Let's see. Lala, please remember to like, comment, and thank you, Lala, for doing that. Christina is in here. She says hi to Lala. Chaz says hi. Lala says she says strong antibiotics and steroids, plus 2 sets of an ad. 2 sets of triple dose of steroids and antibiotic injections. I go back to the doctor tomorrow for a possible 3rd dose. Oh my goodness, Lala. And Chaz says, Lala, I'm so sorry to hear that you are unwell. Love and strength for your healing. Linda says, I hope all those meds kick in and you get well. And Lala says, thank you, girls. Joyce says, Lala, best wishes. And Joyce says hello to Linda. Let's see, did I miss anything up above? Chaz says, me too, Vale, with my pupper, Luna, and snuggled next to me. Vale says, Mary, that Betsy Ross page looks terrific. Oh, thank you. It's just it's a little Betsy Ross page. You know, I didn't look at anything doing this, but I do like the flag behind it. We're going to put some more of Linda. Linda Rance was so good to send me little stars from last July. I wanted stars, and she sent me a couple sets of them, several sets of strips of stars. Thank you, Linda, for that. They're coming in handy. Christina says, that is nice, Joyce. I haven't done any crochet in a long time. Joyce says, absolutely. What is everyone up to tonight? I've been watching Craft Roulette, and I'm finishing my card up. Vale says, Joyce, that's patriotism at its finest. Joyce is saying something. Joyce said, who said Betsy Ross? I think it was Margaret. Probably the best prompt. And I can't go up. Oh, yeah, I can. Chaz says, you can, I would have scribbly lines and eraser handy. Yeah, those scribbly lines are going to be an interesting prompt. I think of an ocean when and then I started drawing a very poor sketch of a ship. Chaz says, Vale, sometimes our screens throw the color off. Yeah, They do. Sometimes the colors don't come through. Can you guys see the sparkly? The sparkly is showing up really nice for me, but I don't know if it's coming through. There's Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Thanks for popping in. And Ash. Hi, Ash. I thought I was missing saying hello to somebody. You guys like Betsy Ross? I don't think she's the greatest, but, you know, I don't dislike her. I like that she's stitching a flag and the flag's behind her. We're going to have some more stars on here. Ash and Heidi, hello, hello, hello. There is one painting of her sewing United States flag. Oh, wow. I just looked up Betsy Ross. Beautiful work. Yeah. Chaz said, I need a telescope. Vale, you got me trying to read the print. That's a pretty shade of blue. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Let's go down to the bottom. Lala says hello to Vale and anyone she missed. Vale says, Mary, I'd say your Betsy Ross is one of my favorite. Oh, Vale, you're being sweet. I miss seeing you over at Jacqueline's. Jacqueline didn't sell tonight. Okay, I'm going to put the stars on this page, and I can call this page done, because we're just doing, this is the freedoms in here. I could paint this sparkly. I think I will. I'm going to put some of that sparkle on here, but let's go ahead and put the stars. Well, I'm not going to put the sparkle on Betsy Ross. I don't think it might smear my ink. Well, it might smear it over here, too. We'll find out, I guess. Let's put some stars on the fireworks page here. Did I get it? Let's put one up here. Linda, thank you for these stars. They are really coming in handy. Oops. There, I think I'll call that done. But I'm going to put some of that. Let me get my paintbrush out again. We're going to put some of that glittery on. I got it on this. I don't want to put it on the Betsy Ross. I'm going to put it here, I think. We're going to see how that works. Let me get my brush out again. Ow. What did I do with it? Whoops. Keeping the gold out. You guys have any suggestions of what I could do for the black spots prompt? Black spots. I'm not sure what to do. Is that silver? Oh no. I thought that was my metallic. That's silver. Oh, we can get most of it off and I'll do writing over it. I kind of like it on here. No. I didn't want silver. Thought I had. Let me wash this out again. Throw that one away. All right, let's dry that a little. Happy accident. I messed up my 4 freedoms. Oh, my 5 freedoms. Freedom of religion. And freedom of speech. Three is freedom from want. Four is freedom from fear. And 5 is freedom to be you. That's not a, that's just my freedom. Freedom, I think I got it out of some ad. I liked it. To be you. And let's go back up here. Freedoms. Okay, now let's make sure I have the sparkle stuff. What did I do with it? Where's my sparkle? I don't want silver, I want sparkle. There's the sparkle, that's glue. Extreme glitter. Oh, Mary, Mary, Mary. Let me do this. Maybe I'll shake it up good. My silver was nice and my silver was still good. Paint. And this is the sparkle. Now it will dry clear, so don't worry. We'll hit it with the heat gun. That's all I need. Let's put that in the water. And let's hit it with the heat gun. Might have to go over it again after it's dry. It's still kind of wet. It's tacky. Let's turn it over. Tacky. My fingers are sticking to it. Upside down. This side's pretty dry. It's tacky in there. I'm going to do this one more time. Freedom of religion. Freedom of speech. We'll have them down by the time this prompt game is over with. Freedom of speech. Freedom from want. Freedom from fear. And then I added freedom to be you. kind of got messed up in here. But I know what it says. And I think I'll hit this with the heat gun one more time because it's kind of tacky, especially in here. So give me a minute. Alright, I'm going to let this kind of air dry before I fold it up, but I think this page I can call it pretty much done. I'm going to let that air dry. Now let's go back to my prompts. The prompts, if you're interested, are in the chat up above. And it is on the community tab. Vanessa did that for us. All right. Stars. I've got stars. I've got the fireworks. I have popsicles, spot black, spatter white, and wiggly land, and spatter gold. What time is it? It's 9:30. So let's see if we can wrap this up. We got... And even if I don't get all the prompts on the back of this, let's see, black spots. Let's see what you guys, have you said anything about my black spots prompt? Let's go back to chat. And top messages and chat, all messages. Chaz says, "Hey Sherry, what kind of sparkle did you use?" I used this. It's a folk art product. It's called Extreme Glitter. And you can put it on your page. Where is it here? And it's like you buy that type of paper where the glitter doesn't come off of it. It's really a nice product. I got 8 ounces of it. And I've had this for a while. Yeah, as you can see, I just put a little on there, and it really covered this whole page. But it's a folk art product, and it's called Extreme Glitter, Silver Argent. 326 Silver Argent. Extreme Folk Art Extreme Glitter. Glitter acrylic paint. That's what I used. And let's see. What else? Joyce, I just love spending time with you guys, Chaz said. I learn a lot. Joyce said, it's funny to me. I love the way the shiny looks. I got a good history lesson today. I haven't heard of Betsy Ross. Well, just don't do the black spots, Joyce says. Well, you know, I have a wild card, so that's true. But we could do something like this. And when she says spots, I think of a border. So I could do something like that. And that might be what she was thinking of. Something like this. And we'll call these my black spots. And that may have been what she was thinking. Let's fold this in. So we'll put it like this. And so the black spots I'm going to do all around here. We'll make the black spots dots. I think that may have been what she was thinking. And we'll just use them as a border. And what might be fun to do, let's just finish this first. Let's do it over here too. I think that was Elisa's prompt. I think, if I remember right, I could be remembering wrong, but she's quite the artist, so she may have been thinking dots and said spots. I'm going to say that's what happened. But what I'm going to do with these now, I'm going to flip back over here. Now this does not come through. That's what I like about these Tombow markers. I'm going to put my wiggly lines in here. At least on this page. Now, what can I do with this? Should I put them this way too? Should I divide it? Or would that be too much? Let's put some dots. Let's just do black spots on this page because we're having fun. This could be a nice background. And we are going to splatter white on this page. And we'll see what turns out. And do I want to splatter white here? I think I do, but I think I want to, let's make a mask. Let's make a mask of my stamp. Does anybody know if Juju's going to stream tonight? I don't think she streamed last night. I saw a post that said she was going to take a break. But I'm wondering if she's streaming tonight. Does anybody know? I covered up my phone. Thank you, Lala. She says she loves the shiny Vale. When do you stream? Do you stream, Vale? Meri, the black spots with a wiggly line running through them as a border. Well, that's kind of what we did, Vale. Do you stream, Vale? All right, let's cut this out as a mask. So I want to preserve my owl. And we'll just kind of rough cut it. Now we're going to put my this here to prevent any spots from going on it. And we're going to splatter. And I don't know about splattering white. My white was kind of thick. I'll find some other white. Chaz said she doesn't stream, but I'm an avid watcher. Well, thank you, Chaz. I tell you, I sure enjoy you guys coming in here. All right, let's get my phone out of the way. Get my stars out of the way. We're going to do a little splatter. Let me grab my cup that I used this morning. Oh, I don't know if I can get any white paint out of that. White paint that I had. Was it this one? No, that's the glitter. Hold on. Hold the phone. Where did I put it? Up here. That's gloss. I don't want gloss. That's Mod Podge. One more turn of the wheel. Here it is. Yeah, it's pretty well. It's pretty thick in there. But I don't need a whole lot. I need my towel again. Hold the phone. Yeah, it's pretty thick in there. Put some water in that, on that. Find my water. And I don't think it'll hurt to put this brush back down in there because it's pretty well. Of course, I get it on my fingers. Let me wipe my finger off here. Clean my brush. Don't know if that's thick enough. Let's see if we can do it without. Yeah. Let's do one more. I want pigment. I don't want it to be all watery. I think that's a good wash. You see I got splatter all over my let's clean my handle here. Messy Meri, Messy Meri. I'll get me another wax paper out in a minute. Let's get another paper towel. Some of this paint was already on here, I think. Up here, maybe. I think that was dried on there from before. All right, don't want to spill my water. I need the lid to my paint. Let's put this brush in the water. And where's the lid? This is probably why it dried out. I find my lid. I could probably put some water down in there, but I'm not going to right now. I want to work on my prompts here. Where I put this. Find room for my paint here. All right, so let's. Don't need that. Let's hang it up. Let's change this. And I'm not going to bother with spraying the table again. I'm just going to put some wax paper down. Because we're going to splatter. And I'll probably have to change it again. And I need a fan brush. I don't know what I did with them. I'm looking for a fan brush. Here's one. A fan brush and a brush to knock it around. All right, we're going to see what happens here. Dee Dee uses her fingers. I'm not good at that. And I learned this trick from Paint Girly. He said, use a bigger paintbrush, Mary. I think I want some bigger ones. Dee Dee has a good technique where she, and I'm not good about doing that. I want some more down in here. I want a lot of splatter. Looks like snow. All right, I'm going to pull this up and over, and what I do with my other pages here. Let's splatter this one. Just because I can. I think that's enough for that. Now this, I'm not sure what to do with. I'll set it here and hope I don't knock it over. Put that blue paint back. Find a spot for it. Where did I get it from? Got it from here someplace. Here. Alright, let's heat that with the heat gun and see what happens. Let's take and wipe off the back here. Dale says she likes the way that the sparkles don't flake away. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on here. Chad says, Christina, I'm in Australia. Google tells me 10 a.m. Wednesday. Are you on daylight savings? Daylight savings. They're debating changing it so that we don't have time changes. I don't know if that's going to pass or not. I think it passed the House and it's supposed to pass the, I think it's in the Senate. I don't know if the Senate has passed that. Gail says she doesn't stream and chat says I don't either. Well, you guys are welcome in here. If you think that you're too shy to stream, but you really would like to try it, my advice to you is to take your phone, if you have a mobile phone, and do some private. Pretend that you can make a private stream and pretend that you are talking to an audience, and save it and play it back and analyze it and say, oh, I didn't like that I did this, or I didn't like that I did that. Well, then write down the things you did like, about what you really had, maybe a neat trick that you did, maybe a neat piece of art that you did. The thing about streaming is you're never going to be perfect unless you're perfect. And there's not very many streamers that are perfect. There are some streamers that are very, very good. Very, very good streamers out there. Dee Dee is one of them. I like how Laura Jersey, her crafty bubble, I like how she can craft an art and talk to the audience all at once. And Jacqueline's kind of the same way. Jacqueline is a good streamer. When she sells, she's so very patient if you want to change something. And let's see, let's take this off and see if we might have to bring that eagle out a little bit more. I might put a wash over the, let's take that metallic. I wonder if I can make a wash out of that metallic. But let's do this with my bird. Let's bring him out a little more. After all, this is just it's just a journal page. It isn't anything that's perfect. And I kind of got his beak messed up there, and here's his eye. And now I need to maybe push those dots into the background. Let's see what I can do with this blue metallic now. And we're just going to take a bit of it and put it on a bit here. Meri, are you going to color the eagle? I'm debating because this is blue metallic. I'm not sure that... I got him stuck to my page here. I'm not sure that he will show up very well if I color him. I think once I get this blue background, here, let's do it this way. Let me do this. And I'm just going to take a spot of this blue and put here. And then I don't know what water will do to this metallic. Oh, I think it makes a wash, which is what I want, just a wash. And we're going to push some of that white back. So I have white, but I'm pushing it into the background. Maybe a little bit lighter. Should be. Let's see if I can. Yeah, that works. Let's kind of push that into the background. And of course now my page is all tacky again. And let's trade pages here. So I got the white splatter on there, but I'm kind of pushing it back. I think that was my prompt anyway, the splatter. I like that. Now, let's dry these. And I might just leave those as they are. And maybe I'll come in with my art journal page later. Because this is really the prompt, was the splatter. Now let's dry these. Heat gun alert! Hi, Katie's Nan. Welcome in. I'm doing a patriotic 250 Dirty Dozen game. I just about have all the prompts done. I think what I'll do is take some more of these stars, especially on the eagle one. And let's put some stars on it. I can get them off of the... silver one. I don't know if they're silver or gold. It's on my thumb. I think it's gold. Need one down in there. Now this, see, it'll be like this. I kind of like this. This needs some help. And this is my, and let's see what I have over here. Hold on. I got a star stuck on me. I don't know if I'm gonna get him off of me. There we go. What I might do here yet, he needs to pop out a little bit more. I'll have to think about it. So there's this page, and this is the preamble to the Constitution written in here. And I'm not going to try to put sparkle on that because I'd have to go in and write over that again like I did this. And I don't want to do that. And this is my Betsy Ross and fireworks. Let's see what we have here. Let me put my, I'm going to have to clean my paintbrushes out. Let's see, we got spot black. And this isn't the pen that I want. Let me put this, oh, this is clean. I just, yeah. I just used it for nothing, I think. I'm going to get my, there. So we got spot black, we got red and white stripes, we got stars, we got splatter white. I don't have splatter gold, and I don't have popsicles. Popsicles. I like this page a lot. I kind of like this too. I've got another page here. Where is it? And what I did with my other page. Is it hiding? Yeah, it's the God Bless America one. And this one doesn't have anything. But you know, that's okay. I don't have to do all 4 pages. Well, it has the owl on this side. So I think I'm going to I did not do, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did 10 prompts. I did not do the popsicles, and I did not do the splatter gold. I did the wiggly line, so that's 11. The only 2 I did not do was splatter gold, and I'm doing that mostly because of a time limitation. And I have an extra wild card. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did 11 prompts, 11 out of, I could do one more, but I'm going to call it done. And what I'm going to do with these, and I think they're pretty dry. I think I can, let's get this out again, if I can find everything. Here is my journal. I'll take this over here. And I have a page that I took out of it. So the journal is small, and I haven't bound it yet. because I'm working on the pages as I go. And this is the cover. Let me put it up here so you guys can see it. Catch up with me here. So it opens up this way. And I have worked on some of these. So the back of the page is almost as visible as on this fabric, is almost as visible as the front. And so what I'm doing is, this is front, this is back. Then I put a paper in here. This is a paper from one of Jacqueline's Wicked Blue pages. And actually I have 2 pages there. And I think that's because I pulled this one out of it. So we're going to put this, and I'm putting, this is the back. So, and this is a back. So I'm putting back to back with a paper in between. So now I have a front, a paper. This is a paper. And another, whoops, another front. Let me get it out. Another front. So this front matches this front, and there's a paper in between. And so I have a back, a paper. These are Jacqueline's papers, and another back. And I have a paper. This is a front, a paper, a front, and a back, and a paper, and a back, and a, whoops, that's not a back. This has to be turned like this. So this is a back, and this is a back, and there's a paper in between. And this is a front, and then I have these extra papers here that I just tucked in. So that was my philosophy. Now I want to put these in between, but I need these, this one especially, to be a center. So it could almost go like this. But I would have to make sure that I don't put any more in here. And the other one is this one, which is the preamble. So I'm not sure, maybe I want to put these 2 together. No, I can't do that. I'm going to have to figure out how I want to do that, because I need this. I guess I could make these my own little signature here. My own little 2. If I put it this way and this way, we have Betsy Ross with snow. If I did it this way, I don't know, I guess I just like it like this. Make that its own signature, its own folio. But I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this. I don't mind it being a part of the, but it's not really done. It's these 2 that I want to be centers. This one I don't mind. So I could put this one here, like that, and this one here. And I could put my 4 freedoms. I could put a paper in here. I'm just testing here. But I'll probably have to divide these into signatures anyway. But I think I can, is that all one? That's a pretty thick page. I can put that there and this here. And then I want this to be the center. And this could be all one folio here. Of course, that one's upside down. Hold on. It goes like this. But if I put it like that, then my eagle is upside down. I guess the eagle's going to stand on his head, or the glass. I guess that it doesn't matter if that's upside down. I could paint through those again, and we'll have to deal with that later. I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm just going to kind of work these in here. This preamble to the Constitution, really, it's hard to read it anyway. So this could be all one signature in here. And I'm going to have to divide this up because I can't make it all one journal. But that's kind of my philosophy for, I'm not bound to, I might see it differently another time. I'm going to leave them in there. But I think I will take my Betsy Ross page and make it my thumbnail. Or I could do this my thumbnail too. Let's, what do I want this? I think I want the Betsy Ross. She shows up better. Let's put it there. And it is 10:09. Does anybody know if, good night, Katie. Does anybody know if Juju is on? I'm checking my channel here. I don't see Juju in my notifications, but I'm going to go ahead and quit for the night. I did my patriotic swap. I'm going to take a picture of this and make it my thumbnail. Let me get back to chat here and say goodnight to everybody. Let me refresh my messages. Sherry says good night to everybody. Good night, Sherry. Thanks for popping in. That turned out great, Mary. Allie K says, thank you, Allie. You've been watching for her? You don't see her. Well, I know that she mentioned in a post yesterday that she was going to be doing some taking care of herself. So maybe she's just taking the weekend off or something. I just didn't want to cut into her time. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off anyway because I'm at a good stopping point. So I want to thank you all for coming in and sharing a bit of your Friday night with me. Thank you so much, everybody. You all have a really good weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday. I don't know everybody that streams on Saturday, but I think Chris, I think, streams on Saturday mornings. Chris K down in Mexico. Kilue, K-I-L-U-E. And of course, Beth Schuler streams on Saturday evening. I will be back Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. So have a really, really good weekend. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining the live tonight.